When I pull up on you, then I might swear, ayy. Double off deuce, ayy. That just might work, ayy. When I pull up on you, then I might swear, ayy. Double off deuce, ayy. That just might work, ayy. That just might work.
Welcome back to another episode of the Michel Matters Podcast. I'm Jocks Michel.
And I'm Jackie Michelle.
Welcome back.
Hey, guys.
Episode 45.
Yeah.
Fresh start. So what's up? Catch everybody up.
I feel like it's just been a busy 2 weeks.
It's been very busy. Hence
a good busy, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm having a bad hair day, so.
What does that even mean for guys?
I need a cut, man. I need a cut bad.
In the little beard lineup?
Don't say little beard.
Don't
disrespect my beard like that. You said little beard? But yeah, everything need to get touched up. So.
Yeah.
And I can freshen it up myself, but I need the new line, fresh line. My barber he come with the blade after.
Right.
You know, he treat me right, so. Next week, soon come.
Okay.
All right. Besides that, what else?
I went to a women's conference yesterday.
Yeah, how was that?
It was really good. I went with the church, and it was probably like a group of 15 of us-ish.
Okay.
It was really good. I don't know. It's been a while since I've... Sorry. It's been a while since I've been to like a women's conference.
Uh-huh.
So it was just very... I feel like it was very... The timing was right for me to hear what was going on. What they had to say, I guess.
Yeah. And you said you think guys need more events like that?
Yes. I don't see enough of it.
You might be right. I'm also like not on the lookout.
I'm sure there.
Like that.
I'm sure there are. I don't know if it's any that you would actually want to go to, because it depends on who's
Yeah, speaking. And also, I think it depends on who you go with. So
yes,
I'm pretty sure if I went the right people and it was the right event, it'd probably be pretty good.
Yeah.
But, and I know people are gonna be in my mentions like, oh, because I think the VU has a guys conference. I think, or maybe it's just a women's conference. I might be confused.
I don't know. I went to their
VU
girl. Yeah, VU girl. That was interesting.
But yeah, I know there's stuff like that out there. I haven't been on the lookout for it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. The way you perked up just now, maybe.
No, because I had to remember the night. It's just been a long week.
It was yesterday.
I know. But or what was it? I think it was this week. You were like, wow, you were really like sleeping deep. I forgot what night that was.
That was Thursday night.
Yeah, and I don't know. It was just, I need to catch up on some things. It's just been busy. But that was good. And it was like 3 hours long. Ran into one person I know.
Oh, you did?
Mm-hmm. The photographer who took our Christmas photos.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, Janaris. So she was there. And it was really good. It was called Aspire. Thank you.
Remember.
Yeah, because I sent you the link. I'm starting to do that now, so you know kind of like where I am in case of emergency.
You know, I'm big on that.
Yeah, so it was called Aspire, and I guess this was their 5th year. Mm-hmm. But I think it was their 3rd year at this location because they go around the country. Yeah. But it was really good. So if you're ever... if you know of any good women's conferences or men's conferences or marriage conferences, singles conferences, whatever, like we'll spread the word.
Spread the word. Like, what you need a singles conference for?
Well, we'll go to the other ones.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Anyway, because I feel like it hasn't been a lot going on, but I don't know. I feel like I've been pretty on point lately.
Mm-hmm.
I
have.
I have, right?
You've been. I don't know how you're doing it though.
What you mean you don't know how?
So you have things that I'll be like, okay. I think we figured out that if something needs to get done, and I know it kind of falls more on Jox's plate than mine, I'll be like, okay, this needs to get done, but I can't just leave it there.
Yeah.
Like for him, that's too open-ended, so I have to say that needs to get done, and also it needs to get done by this date.
Yeah. Or
you need to do it by this weekend or whatever. Yeah. And then he'll be like, I got you. But really, it's not like you got me because it's for us.
No.
Like,
but
But your brain doesn't work the way mine is, where it's like, okay, I know this, and
I'm more of like a task generated. Like if I have a list of things that need to get done, like, that's the best for me. If it's just a bunch of loose thoughts, it's like I don't constantly like think about certain things or things not constantly like on the front of my mind because I deal with like a lot of different things in a day. So like even at my job, like I have in front of me a board and I write down like my tasks that I need to accomplish, and typically like I give myself a deadline because it's just the only way for me to work and like not procrastinate, I guess, to a certain degree. Yeah. And like I'm also very like goal oriented, so in that sense, so it's like, okay, if I know there's a end goal, like I have something to work towards, it's just not in my mind and loose. And especially when somebody else is holding me accountable as well. Yeah. Like it just made me move different.
I think that's the kicker right there.
That's somebody else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it's not even that I'm holding you accountable. It's like I'm depending on you to do it.
Yeah.
So like if I don't get this done, that falls more on my plate. It affects you, and now like we both look crazy. Yeah, so, that's just motivation for me to actually do it.
Yeah, it's been good. Yeah. So I would definitely feel like I've been like
I've
been kicking butt on it. Yeah, I've been kicking butt. Like even just things in my personal life.
Like, I feel like this week I've been kind of slacking, and you were.
I mean, I wasn't gonna say that, but nah, I feel like I just been
because you were like, Jackie, we need toothpaste, like. Why isn't that on the list? Like stuff like that, and I'm like, oh yeah, you're right.
I'm struggling, y'all. I'm out here. I'm trying to hold the family up. You know what
I mean, we have toothpaste now.
Don't make it sound like we had it for a while either.
No.
It was just like an hour-long period or something. It wasn't like Don't let the people
But then it's just like for me, then I have to go back and get it, and so it's like it should have just been on my list from jump.
So
whatever, stupid stuff like that. That is actually important.
Yeah. What else? I know she's probably not listening, but happy birthday to my cousin.
Oh my gosh.
What? Why not?
Because we just spoke to her.
I got a platform. Okay. Happy birthday, guy. I was just throwing it out there. It's my cousin.
We'll be seeing her soon.
Yeah. Yeah. So
I guess we'll talk about that in another episode.
Yeah, another episode. But happy birthday to her, and yeah, I think that's I got nothing else.
Yeah, honestly, we need to do better about like thinking about what has happened in 2 weeks' time, because there's just a lot.
I don't know. I just feel like it hasn't really been much going on though.
I mean, the last now it just popped into my head. I did go to our friend's birthday party. It was a surprise.
Oh yeah.
And I was like the oldest person there.
How did that feel?
I knew it, and I was like,
30 soon come. You think you old now?
I don't think I'm old now.
You the oldest person in the room.
Well, yeah, because it was like a bunch of 24 and 25-year-olds. But
yeah, old lady.
Yeah, I was just like, I remember these days. They were great.
When you saw the old person walk in the club.
Pero like
now it's you.
Nah. And it was like, I don't know. It's just different because even though we're kind of in the same generation, still the music that we listened to was different than what they're listening to. So like they were jamming to, Meg the Stallion and stuff like that. And I think she's cool, but that's not like my go-to playlist. Like I would much rather listen to 90s music still to this day.
Old, y'all.
So, I mean, because I remember when I went to Atlanta with Judy and then two of our friends, and that trip was more like my flow because I was the youngest in the group, but still they're only like
3 years old, 3-4 years older.
Yeah, 3-4 years older, and then like the places we went to played the music that we all listened to. So I was like, okay, great, like So I guess this is more my range now.
It's just different.
It is different.
For me, I deal with this all the time because I'm around young kids all the time.
Yeah, that's when I go to your games.
And they remind me that I'm old often now, and it's crazy because I'm like, I'm old to y'all. Like, that's wild.
If your coaches were your age back then, you would look at them like they were old.
No, you're right. And my coaches were older than I am when I was playing. Like, that's crazy.
And they probably think you're old too because y'all are married and like. Saf has 2 kids. Like they probably like y'all old.
Nah, like that's old man right there. Nah, but yeah. So we just gotta do a better job. Yeah, keeping track of everything. Yes, keep you up to date on what's going on. But yeah.
Our last episode, my parents were on it,
which was a really good episode to me.
Yeah. talk to your parents. Like, if you never just sit down and ask them questions, you know, I do it all the time. That was just like a short version of what I do on a daily basis with them. But we did have some comments on social, and it was only like 2. But one of my friends, One Crafty Miss Blog on Instagram, said, "Can't wait to hear this one." She's kind of like my white twin, I would say, from college. So I'm always, you know, telling her about family stuff, and she tells me about hers because she's Jewish, and it's just so interesting, like the differences. At Julia Explains It All, it's actually Julia, but she said, "I absolutely love this one. The work ethic is amazing, and it was so great hearing your mom and her laugh." So I actually went to kindergarten with her.
Okay.
Kindergarten through like, I don't know, maybe 3rd grade or so. So that was cool. If you guys haven't heard it yet, go listen to
definitely go check that out.
Episode 44.
Yeah. I felt like, I don't know if I said it at that episode also, but just like, I feel like that kind of brought me closer to your parents, having that conversation.
Both of them?
Well, more your dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, me and your mom, you know, we cool. But
Yeah, y'all text.
yeah, it's mostly like your dad. So I feel like that was like, okay, I see, you know, because he's not very like, he talks, but he don't talk like a lot.
He talks if you talk to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm nice. I'm not friendly, so I don't just be going up to people just like asking questions like that.
Yeah.
But just that setting, I was like, okay. Like,
and it's funny because I ask your parents questions.
Yeah, but
and then
friendly.
you'll look at me like, why did you ask this?
Yeah, because you friend. Because it'd be like,
because I'll be like, so how did y'all meet?
Nah, but the thing is, it's not even that. You like, oh, I'll be looking at you funny. So we'll go to my parents' house, and we disclaimer: when we go to my parents' house, it's always like set a time limit. Like, okay, we're gonna be here for this amount of time. So it'd be like up against the time limit. Jackie just
no.
So how did you guys meet? And I'm like, what? Right now? And I'm like, all right. And then we're gonna leave. And like, I thought we said we were gonna be here for an hour. But you wanted to talk, and that's all these questions.
And then you end up finding out stuff you ain't know.
All right.
Oh, I thought introduced you.
Can we ask him like at minute like 10 when we get there? Like,
well, I gotta like do the
you gotta warm
conversation.
Up, you gotta stretch.
Yeah.
Man.
You know, how was your day?
Anyway.
Thank you for the food. You know, all that stuff.
The most.
So yeah, subscribe and rate us on iTunes, and send us comments on SoundCloud or on the gram at Jackie I Michelle and Twitter
at Coach_JOX.
And let us know, because I've been wrestling with this, if we should have an Instagram just for the podcast.
Yeah?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't care, but I just want to know what you guys think, because I don't post that often.
I definitely
on my, like, I post way more than he does, but I'm trying to figure out like if I'm even gonna post at all. Like, I don't know. I just don't have time, y'all. So you guys let me know if it makes sense for a podcast to have an Instagram, because I don't even follow podcast Instagrams like that.
I don't. Yeah. I don't think so.
Yeah, but for now, just send us comments on those. And if you want to support the podcast, click on the links below for some deals that we are sponsored with. Or sponsored by.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Let's move on.
All right. So for this episode of Michel Matter, we kind of just wanted to piggyback off just talking with Jackie's parents, and we wanted to talk about just growing up Haitian.
Yeah.
And what that's like. There's like this phrase that most Haitians will know, and it kind of encapsulates just our childhood, and it's Legliz, Lekol, Lakay.
Mm-hmm.
And that means church, school, home, right? Like, those are your 3, I guess, like, priorities, or just the standard of your life. So, and it's so funny because we're both Haitian, but we have like 2 very different upbringings.
Yeah. Like,
even for people who have the same culture, and we grew up very different. And I think that's what makes it also interesting, and why we kind of, I don't know. I feel like you can't
different.
be too similar. Yeah, you can't be too similar. So it's like, it's things about growing up Haitian that I went through. I'm like, you'll never understand. And just even the way she grew up, like, not that I couldn't do it, just it's so different.
Yeah.
So I guess where you want to start? You want to go in order?
Sure.
All right. So
we're gonna start with the church.
Legliz. Y'all gonna get some vocab today.
Yeah.
But you got Legliz.
So did you used to go to Haitian church? We talked about it briefly.
Did I?
On the saved episode.
We did?
Kind of.
I don't know, cause y'all don't know my struggle.
Well, no, actually, we didn't talk about the Haitian side of it, the Haitian church side. Go ahead.
I don't think I ever.
So, did you go like every week?
No.
Okay.
So,
because you went to an American church.
Yes, for the majority of my life, I went to American Southern Baptist Church, but my mother still full-blood Haitian, and in the summers,
that's not a denomination, bro.
I'm just saying, because people understand.
Yeah.
So, during the summers, she would always go to Jeune. She goes to Jeune during the school year, but I'm in school, so it never affected me.
Right.
But when there's no school, and this was even during, like, breaks and all this stuff, it wasn't just limited to the summer. She'll always take us to Jeune. And I don't know, what does Jeune, like, translate to in English?
Revival? I don't know.
I don't know, but basically it's just like...
But, like, you can't have a revival every week, so...
Yeah, I don't know. So Jeune is like... It's almost like a prayer meeting, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's so in-depth.
It's intense.
Very intense. So she'll always drag us to Jeune. And Jeune was on Thursdays from 8 to 12. So I knew this as a child. So Wednesday nights, I stayed up as late as I could. Like, I tried to make myself as sleepy as possible so that I could wake up. You thought that was
going to work?
I have to, because I had to make it genuine. Like, I'm really tired, Mom. I cannot wake up right now. Like, it's not like I'm just don't want to get out of bed. I'm really sleepy. So, that let me not say never. It rarely worked.
Yeah.
We always went to, like, we never really went at 8, because she wasn't going at 8 either. But.
You don't have to go on time.
Yeah, because pretty much Jeune, the way it kind of worked, 8 to 9-ish, you just kind of on your own praying.
Yeah.
So when you get there, everybody kind of doing their own thing. Then from like 9 to 10:30, 11, whatever, is a mix of like singing and Bible reading and more praying, collectively and
right. Out loud.
Yeah, out loud. Like this whole time, the church like is loud. It's never really quiet.
Yeah.
Even when the people are praying to themselves, a lot of times they're praying out loud still. So you just hear it, like it's just chatter. But yeah, it was a lot of that, and then there's usually a message given, and it's short, typically short, nothing crazy, and then they always do this testimony. People come up and give their testimony, and you hear about parents coming in and like, oh Lord, pray for my son, and like
he acting up,
and then like
he in these streets, and all the kids know who your son is,
and it's like, so you're right there, like, I see you, you're right there, and then it's like, so it's a lot of that, and then I know my mom would always like nudge me like, oh, why don't you go up? I'm like, no, I'm good, and she's like, yeah,
she never went up.
Huh? Nah.
Really?
Not that I know of. She never went when I was up there. Because my mom's shy.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that.
She's not shy at home, but she's shy.
Right. Nobody's shy at home.
But, no, man, it was a lot. That's just the gist of it. Like, it's real basic, but I'll give you a chance. What was your...
Yeah, I never had to go to Jeune. I've never been to Jeune in my life, but I've heard of it. I've heard interesting stories. But I used to go... sometimes, if my aunt felt like it. So I had mentioned in one of our pillow talks that I would go to church with my aunt and my cousins. And so sometimes for like New Year's or whatever special occasion, or she just felt like it and I was sleeping over, we would go to Citadel. So that's like what, the midnight cry.
It's like a midnight service, yeah.
But it's translated to the midnight cry.
Yeah.
And
I felt like crying when I went.
For me, it was always a good time because I never really participated because I was like a kid. So she just went for herself. Like nobody ever forced me to do anything as far as like church goes. So we would go and she was like, yeah, whatever, you guys bring what you want. So we would bring snacks. We would make sure like before, because it starts late.
Yeah, it starts like 9, 10.
And then it goes into like 1, 2 a.m. And so we would make sure like that afternoon we went to the farm store. We got whatever snacks we wanted. We would bring our blankets. We would bring Clue, Guess Who, go fish, cards, whatever, to do whatever we wanted. And we would just like sit under the pews and like lay down and play games and stuff.
It's so funny.
So while we're doing that, what?
Like because we used to
see those kids.
Yeah, we went to the same like church, but just not different at different times.
Yeah.
And I used to see them kids like they
used to want to come over
and go do what they want. And I kind of wish I was there with them.
Yeah.
But I
mean,
you see how they turned out.
I'm fine. Some people probably, some old heads would probably like, oh, that's disrespectful or disrespectful. How you gonna let your kids do it? But my aunt was like, no, I'm here and I'm, getting what I need and that's it. So it was fun for me. It was always like I was there with my cousin, her neighbor, like, we knew some of the kids there. It was basically always the same church in Miami, and I'm sure everybody knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And yeah, I had fun.
Nah, see, that's the
But
thing.
I didn't have to participate in the choir, in the this, in the Veni Swaletenel, and the, all that stuff. So I was never forced to do that.
Like,
unless we wanted to.
I don't know. I never remember wanting to like that. So, because that's the thing,
but you like church, so it's like the same thing, just in a different language.
No, man, because it's all about like I'm big on like setting and environment.
Yeah.
So I don't mind, I don't mind church. Like I don't mind nothing about that, but it's just so loud. Like I don't know, it just wasn't what I was used to, and it was hot.
Oh,
they don't tell you how hot it was.
See that right there?
They didn't tell you how hot it was.
Yeah.
And I was there in the summer. Like it's different, and then. On one of those like Thursdays,
it's Miami,
or
so
sometimes they have them on Saturdays, and I went to a few on Saturdays, and it's like the Saturday one is packed, and this building is kind of big. There's an upstairs and everything, but I don't know why nobody want to go upstairs, and we would be like literally packed in there like sardines. So imagine like it's hot. You packed up close with people you don't really mess with like that.
Right. And
they all screaming. You can't get away. Yo, look, it was tragic. It was tragic. Like, it's one of those things that I don't wish that upon nobody. Like, my niece, she's around my mom a lot. I don't know.
Oh.
I haven't really asked if she had to endure.
Yeah, she has.
She has?
Probably not as much as y'all,
nah,
but
definitely not as much as us.
She has.
Because, like, during the summers, she's in summer camp now. Like, Judy's smart. Like
yeah.
I never, and the summer camp
but
was,
the 2 weeks before summer camp,
yeah, she got to thug through it. Yeah, she got to thug through it.
Yeah.
She lucky my mom slowed down a little bit, too.
Yeah.
Because my mom was good for the Thursdays, Saturdays.
And don't let it be like a Thanksgiving break or something, so you would still go. I remember, because you would call me, and I'll be like, it's break. Like,
nah, ain't no break. God don't take breaks.
Right.
So I'm there. Right. We didn't take breaks, and like, I don't know, it's just different. It's a different style of worship.
It's a different culture, as well. So, I kind of I like that I was open to it, or at least like I saw a part of it. But seeing how I was at an American church, but the first church I was at was like a mixed, because it was a Haitian pastor, but then the congregation was pretty mixed. And then I was at an American church, but the congregation was very Caribbean. So then I remember it was like a beach day or something that my mom was like, oh yeah, you should go with my church. And her church was a Haitian church. And I was like, all right, whatever. So I went.
When you rice and beans at the beach?
No. Oh, well, probably. I don't know. I don't remember. But I remember it was like everybody had like giant t-shirts on over their bathing suits.
Yeah.
Right. And then this one like chaperone or whatever, and some of the girls who were starting to go through puberty, they had a lot of hair under their arms.
Yikes.
And I was like, y'all don't shave that off? Like, I didn't know. I was like, but wait, I'm Haitian too, and
Nah, that's not how you.
I don't rock like this.
Nah.
Like, and I'm not used to. And I know that also goes into like body type and like modesty and stuff like that. So
shaving?
No, I mean like the t-shirt thing.
Yeah.
I had a pool in my backyard. I never had to wear a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Like, if my family comes over and uses the pool, I didn't cover up. Like, 'cause ain't nothing crazy going on in my family that, you know, I have to block uncle's eyes or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so it was really weird to me. Although I did see that in some American churches, people did that too, just for the sake of modesty. I just didn't understand that part. As a kid, I was like, but we're going to the beach. Like, why would you get your clothes wet? Like, that was weird. So yeah, certain things
I think
in culture.
And speaking of like just not necessarily modesty, but just like the etiquette of church. So like my mom, church was church to her. She didn't care if it was Sunday. She didn't care if it was Wednesday or Thursday. So you wear your best when you go to church. It's a hot Thursday. And granted, this could be why I am the way I am now with church and like getting dressed and everything. Because it was just like drilled into me as a kid. So it'll be a Thursday morning and I'm over here getting dressed to the 9 to go to this sweaty hot box.
Meanwhile, you're dressed nice for Jen, and at Creed Minuit, I'm in my pajamas. Like that wasn't a thing. What I'm gonna get dressed up for? I'm gonna be here all night. I might fall asleep.
I was definitely falling asleep. That was one thing my mom knew. She ain't keeping me up. You got me here. You can't keep me here. I'm going to sleep.
Right.
And then I remember it was one, they had like I don't want to say 24 hours. But it was a very long service. I guess it's like a special thing they were doing one day. And my mom woke me up super early and was like, oh, you got to go with me. And I was like, nah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So we had this knockdown drag out. I'm like, no, I'm not going. And I don't know what grade I was in, but I was, upper age. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't like she was going to hit me or nothing. But of course I ended up going anyway because, it's my mom. What I'm going to do? But it was like, they had like a lunch break. And we went outside and I was like, look, I ain't going back. And I was like, and I drove. Cause I was.
You were old.
Yeah, I was old. I was like, look, I ain't going back. And then she was like, what do you mean? I was like, I came. I listened to you. I came this morning, but I'm not going back for the second half. We leave. And that's kind of like one of those moments. I was like, I don't think I ever really went back. Now, yeah, huh? I was like, and she was just like, all right, you drove. So she was like, all right, we leaving.
Yeah, I ain't got no other way.
Bro. But it took a 24-hour service for me to like, look, man, I gotta put my foot down.
That's crazy. I never went to none of those. I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, so another cultural difference. We still on Legliz, bro. Yeah, another cultural difference was.
I could go on forever about this.
I know. Was the dress code. So like what you said, you dress to me pretty fancy for church.
Anyway.
Not today. Still today, it's still fancy to me, but it's less fancy than when we first got married.
Yeah.
So you would always wear like a tie and like the whole thing. And then, I remember Easter happened, like our first Easter, and you were like,
first Easter?
Yeah, you were like, I don't know what I'm gonna wear for Easter, and I was like,
it's a thing, boss.
Who cares? Like, just put some clothes on.
And I don't think that's just Haitian. I think that's like black people too.
Or just like I guess a church thing. But I just never.
Other people at the church, they don't care.
They don't care.
Yeah, it's a black people thing.
Yeah, I'll like to wear a dress on Easter just because it's like springtime. Like I'm in fashion, so I just kind of dress for whatever.
Season.
Yeah, but not necessarily because it's Easter and Jesus died on the cross. Like, Jesus been died on the cross for you. Like,
Jesus watching. Right?
You could wear that every Sunday.
Nah, Jesus watching.
You're wearing it just today.
Okay.
So
He's taking attendance today.
Okay. So yeah, that was always that was always interesting. And even now, like, now you don't wear a tie anymore.
I'll be trying, man. I'll be trying to switch
like,
it up.
sometimes you'll wear a polo, and I'm like, what? A polo? To
God,
church.
So disappointed. Yeah.
But me, I just wear, like, jeans.
Yeah, you be bumming. I'm like, what?
I don't bum it. First of all, I don't do that. But I'll wear jeans or a blouse or a t-shirt or whatever. Or if I'm, like, with the kids.
Like, she no God watching?
Or if I'm, like, with the kids on that Sunday, then what am I going to wear, like, nice clothes for? Like, not nice clothes. Like, I'm wearing torn clothes, but they're going to spit up on me. They're going to touch me with their germs.
And it be hot, and I be like, well, you stupid. Like,
yeah.
But
and I'd be like, oh, what's the problem? Let's go out to eat now. And you're going to be uncomfortable.
It's what I'm used to, man.
Yeah. But I did see, like, my mom, she didn't really go to church, like, every week, but she did have her core group of ladies, I think. Mm-hmm. And she would even have, like, prayer meetings at the house. I didn't have to be involved, so I would just be in my room or whatever. But they would be, like, by the rocking chairs area. Mm-hmm. And just, like, you know, talking about life and praying and stuff. So that was cool. And then, of course, Thanksgiving is always turned into a prayer meeting that we have to.
Not really.
We have to cut my grandma off at some point.
Oh yeah, she long-winded, but it's not.
Yeah, and it depends on who's there, because then they'll join in with another hymn or another, you know.
That's what y'all be losing me. Nah, that's what y'all be losing me. When y'all start singing. Look, man, I was good with the prayer. Now
it's singing. Thanksgiving. You gotta worship.
Nah, it's time to eat now. Y'all tripping.
Nah, my grandma is definitely like.
And y'all one of them things with dinner type people. Lady. So I was like, yo, I'm hungry. Let's get to it.
So yeah, so that's Legliz. Anything else for church?
Nah, man, let's switch gears. We're gonna be here all day.
Okay, what's next?
You already know Lekol, baby.
School.
So yeah, I mean, once again, two very different situations.
Was it?
I feel like it.
Okay.
Like,
what kind of grades did you bring home? Cause
man, you already.
I brought better grades than you.
You did, but that's not.
But I don't think it was because of a Haitian expectation or anything.
Nah. Oh, why? You brought home better grades?
Yeah, I think I just wanted to.
You just actually cared more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's different. Like.
Yeah, but I'm just talking about like.
Your parents didn't enforce that?
They did, but it's not, you act like I brought home bad grades. Like I'm average.
You was an ABC student.
No, I was
an A, sometimes B student.
Don't throw that C in there. I'm an average honor roll student. Like my average is honor roll.
When you got to the National Honor Society again?
As soon as you could get in, and that's a fact.
Really?
Yes.
You sure?
First quarter. Don't even disrespect me. My wife is disrespectful. All right. School is not the best. Like the grades they give you in school are not the best barometer of like smart or not.
You learn from the streets.
You know, no, but I'm just saying. Because a lot of it's like, did you do your homework? Did you actually turn in your homework?
No.
Like,
that's no and no for you.
But that's not because I'm not smart. It's because I didn't really care sometimes.
Sometimes.
All right, so
you would sleep in every class.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. But I was getting it done. It was one class in high school. I turned in the same homework every day for a month. I hope my teacher's not listening.
I think his wife listens.
His wife is definitely listening. He eventually caught me.
Yeah.
And he gave me the two. But I turned in the same homework every day for a month.
I never knew that, though.
That I was doing that?
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't, like, publicizing it.
But, I mean, I was with you, so.
I mean.
I never knew that.
All you asked is, did you do your homework?
No, the thing is.
Yes.
Yeah.
I did. Is it the same homework? You didn't ask me that.
Well, it's crazy because I was the teacher's aide for that class. But I didn't know. It was just. Basically, what he told us to do was just make sure it's 10. I think it was 10 of them that you.
Or 8 DDs. Sorry, that gives away the subject.
Was it 8 or 10?
It was 8.
Something.
And I used to do
because it was like
you read a story.
Grades.
Yeah, you read a story for class.
Yeah,
and it's our English class. You read a story, and every day you write like 8 observations, pretty much from the story. So after a while, I peeped like he's giving me the assignment, but he's not reading what I'm actually doing. So
no, because we had to do it.
Yeah, like he had aides, and I was like, first of all, my girlfriend
teacher's aides.
Yeah,
you can't just say aides.
Oh.
Like,
yeah, that made me sound.
That's crazy.
He doesn't have aides. He has teacher's aides. Wow. I didn't even think about that.
Jesus Christ.
And, okay, this has nothing to do with Growing Up Haitian. But yes, I would turn in the same homework every day.
Yeah.
But I say all that to say this.
Well, the thing is, I never caught it because all we had to do was make sure there was whatever amount there was supposed to be, that there was a name on it, and we check it off, and then we check it off in the grade book that they turned in their homework.
Yeah, and I don't think it's you. I think it was the other teachers that snitched.
No, I think it was probably like later on.
He never noticed,
when he
man.
checked it himself.
Oh, well, either way. So, like my parents growing up with school, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's the same. They just want, they want you to do your best.
Yeah.
But my mom was like, she wanted me to be my very best. And it was annoying. And it definitely, so a lot of people make fun of the way I write right now as an adult.
Oh my gosh.
And I credit it to my mom. People say I write like a girl. I don't write like a girl. I write neatly. I don't write like a girl.
You write slow.
You're
That's
crazy.
the problem.
I don't write slow. But people say I write like a girl, and it's because growing up, so my mom, I do my homework.
Like, even his signatures. Like, if we have checks, I'm like, I'll just sign it.
Anyway.
Because I can't.
So if I have to, like, write my name, you know how you do your head in and everything? Mm-hmm. So I'm writing it, and if my mom didn't like it, she'll make me erase it. Yeah. So then, it got to the point like, if I wrote it again and she didn't like it, she made me erase it. You know, if you keep erasing, eventually it's going to leave, like, a little mark on the paper.
Right.
Nah, throw it away, start over. Like, and don't let me wait to the end to, like, write something, and then I got to start the whole thing over. She's like, oh, your teacher not going to want that. Okay. So, and it's just, like, she's just a stickler. Like, even, like, in first grade, I won my class spelling bee. Mm-hmm. So, when you win the class spelling bee, you go to, like, the city spelling bee. Or, at the time, it was ACSI, whatever. It was a school, like, a big school spelling bee.
Yeah.
So I won. I was so happy. I came home. I was like, Mom, I won the spelling bee. They gave me these words to study, and I get to go to the big spelling bee. She heard that. All she heard was study. She was like, you got to study right now. And every night. And it got to the point like, it wasn't fun.
Yeah.
So the next year, it's time for the class spelling bee. Spell house. HOSE. And I sat down. I spelled it wrong on purpose. I was like, I'm not winning no more spelling bees because this is not fun. They'll give you no... I was like, not fun doing good in school. So I would not do good in spelling bee on purpose. So I have extra work to do when I got home.
Got you. But, okay, what else about school? Did you well, I already know.
What?
You used to get detentions and homework calls. So how was that handled?
You want to know the truth?
When you got...
Okay.
Or maybe not.
So, the way our school worked, we used to have to pay if you get a detention and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And that would be the only way my mom would know I had a detention.
That's the sign, yep.
Because I was in sports, so I never was home at like 3 o'clock, so she never like had to wait for me.
Yeah.
And
but you have like a good month as a buffer before they get that notification.
Exactly. They get the bill once a month, so she don't know. Like, and I'm not running home like, hey, Mom, I got a detention today. So, what I would do...
You were just late to practice.
Yeah, I would just be late to practice. I'll suffer them. And then, so what I would do is, they weren't that expensive. And in school, I used to like sell CDs and all that stuff. So I would make money, go to the school office, and pay off my detentions before they send the bill home every month. And I used to get them taken off that way. But after a while, they eventually caught up to me. Probably around the time I got to like 11th, 12th grade. And they would still, you could pay it off, but it would still show up on your bill.
As paid.
So then it got to me, like, I mean, if they're going to find out anyway, I stopped paying it. I was like, I'm just going to go to detention. But at that point, I was in 11th, 12th grade. My parents were like, well, they're not going to get at me now.
Why not?
Come on, man. They'll be mad, but ain't nothing happening. But, yeah, it's just, I went to detention. I wasn't a bad kid, though. Like, I was a pretty good kid. I cut up sometimes. Right. That's it. You, on the other hand.
No, I did not.
Goody two-shoes.
Yeah, I didn't like that. Like, if I was in detention, it was either because the whole class was in detention. Yeah. Or because, like, I was passing notes to Mary Beth or something, which happened often. But I only got it when I got caught. So I just didn't like it because I just felt like that's a disappointment. And also that's cutting time away from other things that I need to be doing.
Like what? You went home at 3 o'clock.
Yeah, so I could go to piano practice. Like I had things
She didn't want to teach so she could go to piano practice.
Yeah.
That's lame.
That's fine. I was a cool nerd.
Look.
I had things to do, so I just didn't want to like. And if school is from 8 to 3, my thing is, what do I need to be there past that time for? Right? That's just my mind. And even now, that's my mindset. Like, even at work. Work is from 9 to 5. I don't need to be here past 5.
Work is different. School, you got your friends. That's where all your friends at.
Yeah, but I hang out with my friends after, like, during the weekends. We have sleepovers. That's different, too.
Yeah, we're on that subject.
So, for me, it's like, I don't need to be at school to be with my friends.
This is...
My best friend lived, like, 5 minutes away.
My best friends, according to my mom, were my book bag, my books, and my paper and pencils. Those are my friends. She's always said, I don't send you to school to make friends. Okay? Your friends are your book bag, your paper, your pencils.
But your friends used to come over, though.
Yeah,
probably because you lived so close.
Yeah, I live really close to the school. Yeah. But, like, girl, I'm talking about, like, elementary school and all that. Like, those were the rules.
So you didn't have sleepovers? Do guys have sleepovers?
Sleepover what?
Is that, like, a thing?
Sleepover what? No, eventually, yeah. I wouldn't call them sleepovers, but yeah. And that's rare. Yeah. From what I know about Haitian parents, like, most Haitian parents not with that. Most Black parents not with that either. Yeah. But, so...
You had to take a pause.
Yeah, because I was going to say something. So, yeah, because my friend's house, because I'd never even considered sleepovers until I think how it started. Until my one friend got older. And now, I think it just hit me.
What?
He was white. And I think that's how sleepovers started.
So now nobody knows who you're talking about. Go ahead.
I don't care. I mean, it's my guy. It's still my guy. Whatever. It's like, I slept over his house because, like, he was white. And I never even, that wasn't like an activity.
You think that's the reason why?
I don't think I would have been. So. None of my Black friends ever asked me to sleep over. Ever.
Yeah, because their parents probably wasn't having it.
But this is what I'm saying.
I get you. I thought you were saying because your mom was okay with the fact that...
That too. That helped. I ain't gonna lie. It was way more, like, agreeable.
Right.
And it was like, you know, when you're a kid, especially, like, nah, man, you ask her. If you ask her, she'll say yeah. Like, that definitely worked at my house. My mom didn't want to hear none of that from me. But if one of my friends was like, oh... Miss Michelle, can jocks here? And they would be like, oh, okay. Because apparently it's easier to say yes to them than to me. But yeah, it was, what? Friends? Nah, my old girl wasn't. Like, going out on the weekends. Like, all of my friends, even in my neighborhood, my friends know, if you want jocks to come play, you come to Jock's house. Because my mom not letting me go to my, like...
Or y'all just meet in the backyard somewhere.
My backyard. Yeah. Like, everybody met in my backyard was the backyard on the block that everybody came to play. Like, the football game, Jock's house. The basketball game, Jock's house. That's why my mom, or mostly my dad, like, if we wanted something, or, like, I wanted to play basketball a lot, my dad put up a hoop in the backyard. Okay, play here. Like,
that's funny. Because for me, it was like, you know... If I want to ride my bike, I ride around the block. Like, I ride around the neighborhood. You know? What I'm going to do? Ride on the driveway? Like, ain't no space. I had a
bike and I think we're kind of blending into Lakay as we do this.
Yes. Or I would go, or they would send my brother to go with me or whatever.
So, when I had my bike, I was allowed to ride the bike up and down my block. So it's like, I get to the end of the block, I turn around... And I used to, like, literally, like, get up, I'd spin the bike around, and I ride it back. And the guys were like, man, like, forget this, I'm not.
No, we would ride from, like, our house all the way down, like, 10 blocks and back and in through different neighborhoods and, you know, stop at Publix and stop here or whatever. And I kind of do that now.
So. Like, no, that was not happening in our house.
Wow. I get it, though. Looking back, I get it, because if I was in their position, I would be like, ooh, would I let my kid, like, ride around? Like, but I feel like they have to explore that, you know?
I guess.
But do you feel like you missed out on that? Or it was just kind of like, I get it?
I mean, I kind of got it at the time also, because, like, that's the other thing about us. I mean, you have a friendly bike riding neighborhood that you grew up in. You're not really riding bikes.
It wasn't that friendly. Like, for bikers? Ain't no sidewalks or nothing.
Okay. Wow.
You're talking about, like, the safety.
It's safe.
Okay.
Much safer.
Got it.
So, like, I had a bike. And, all right, whatever. We've been, you know, full disclosure. I don't know how to ride a regular bike, right?
We gonna work on it.
Yeah, I don't know how to ride a regular bike.
Mm-hmm. What's a regular bike to you? Like what's a non-regular bike?
A bike without training wheels.
Okay.
So I had a bike, and then they stole it. Like, so I was literally about to learn how to ride a bike.
Yeah.
They stole my bike, and my dad just like, "What's the point of buying you a bike?"
They finna steal it again. Why you didn't leave it in the backyard?
It was in the backyard, chained up. I never forget. We went to the store.
I always thought you just left it in the front.
Nah,
that's why.
it was me and my sister, but my sister had already learned. She's 4 years older than me. She had already learned how to ride a bike. So we both had bikes, and my dad chained them up to the gate inside of our yard.
Right.
And somebody came in our yard. We came home, and it was just chains on the floor.
Nice.
And the bikes were gone. And my dad was like, "I ain't buying you another bike."
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's 3 of y'all.
I learned how to play basketball.
Because I'm gonna have to buy 3 bikes.
It was just 2 of us at the time.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, and I was like, you know, just a different type of neighborhood, and my people not wasting money like that, and that's another part of growing up Haitian. So I didn't know like what imitations were until I got to school. So my dad.
That's more of a guy thing, I think.
What do you mean?
Because I didn't care about that stuff.
I mean, I didn't care either until I cared, until I knew I had to care.
No, but even then, it was like, at some point, I just wore flats to school.
Okay.
And I could just get flats and pay less.
Imagine you went to school and you had on fake Melissas, right?
Well, I wouldn't do that.
But why?
Because if I know the brand is Melissa's, I'm going to get Melissa's.
Okay. And granted, I'm a kid, right? I didn't know the difference. So
but
I had
Melissa
a Nike
didn't even come out till middle school.
Okay, but this is what I'm saying. I was in elementary school. I didn't really know about brands like that. Mm-hmm. I never thought about it. I had a Nike shirt. It didn't have no E at the end. And
you had a Knicks shirt.
I had a Knicks shirt. But I thought it was Nike because it had the swoosh and everything.
It didn't have the swoosh. It had a swoosh. It didn't have the swoosh.
And you know where we bought it?
Payless? Oh, the flea market.
You already. Team My Shit. Everybody who's Asian, they know. If you grew up in South Florida, Team My Shit is... It's just a big outdoor flea market. And yeah, my dad thought that was a good place to buy clothes, apparently.
Yeah, why not?
Nah, B.
Like plain t-shirts and stuff?
It was a Knicks shirt.
Okay.
Come on, man.
Yeah, y'all doing a lot.
I was growing up Haitian. And I ain't know. And it was like that. It was the shirt. That was a tough one. I had to learn the hard way in school. Like, yo, what are those? And then.
But you didn't wear uniform at that time?
Yes, I did. But, you know, there's days where you don't wear uniform.
Yeah.
Yeah. I learned the hard way. I thought and the shirt was fresh. In my mind, I thought I was doing it. Yeah. I really thought I was.
I think it's worse for guys in that situation.
Yeah.
Too. Because that's all y'all look for. Like, you know,
and even shoes. Like when our parents dress us too, is like, I have so many pictures. Not so many, because I don't have that many pictures of me growing up. But the pictures my parents do have, I'm just like, who picked these clothes?
Oh,
like,
don't get me started on clothes,
bro.
Especially when I didn't have a choice. Like when I was younger, honestly, I just wore my siblings, like, you know, hand-me-downs for a while. Like, I was wearing guy clothes. Yeah. Up until probably 4. And then my mom started having a lot of fun with me. So then I started wearing my sister's old clothes from like the early 80s. But it was kind of cute at the time still, because it was the 90s. So then she started wearing, like, I was wearing like puffy dresses. And they were like puffy Disney princess dresses. So like the sleeve at the shoulder was puffy, but then it was like came down to a skinny sleeve. And then there was ruffles everywhere. And then I had the ruffle socks to match, especially, you know, like
sick outfit.
If I did go.
That's a sick outfit.
If I did go to a Haitian church where somebody else dressed me and I didn't have a choice, I would wear those little white frilly socks.
For sure.
And then I remember like the frilly, ruffly underwear that looks like a diaper.
Yuck.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It was a lot.
Like a sick outfit.
And then don't even get me started about the hair. Because then there were some days where it was like, all right, we're going to sit down, we're going to do your hair. And you put the bugle, well, I don't know how everybody else says it, but like the little ball thing. Barrette. Yeah. And then ribbons and all that. Like I have a photo that I took at Kmart. Like, you know how people go to JCPenney and take pictures? Yeah. So we used to take pictures at Kmart. And
we used to take ours at Sears.
Oh, okay. Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, you know. I definitely had the coupon. We'll definitely take a picture of this series.
And I have a picture where I had a bunch of ribbons in my hair. Then I have another picture where it's like curls because it was flat iron, or not flat iron, hot comb, like maybe 2 days before. But then it got a little puffy after a while. So the curls were like not really curls. We'll have a whole hair episode.
I could go over this forever. And it's so growing up, especially in South Florida, being Haitian, right? Especially the time we grew up, it wasn't like the coolest thing ever.
No.
So one of the signs, like, you don't have to tell nobody your name. They knew you're Haitian by your clothes and like your haircut. Like that gave it away. Like it was just a certain style. I don't know where we got it from, but it wasn't it.
The shirt tucked in with the belt.
I can't lie, man. This is bringing up bad memories. Like this is triggering, to be honest with you. Like I know I always talk about black people need therapy. Like
this is triggering.
It's therapy. I need therapy.
This is funny to me.
It's funny now.
Like the clothing part.
I grew up in that. Like
yeah,
no. That's why I find like, to me, when people are like, oh, you know, like, don't rank with jocks because I'm going to get you. And this is why. Growing up Haitian, you had to be ready because the attacks were coming. You just got to get them back quick. Yeah. So that's where I built up my wit. Because if not, boy, there's a hard streets out here in Miami growing up Haitian. Yeah. You don't got no jokes. So. I think
it was, well, for girls, it was different. I never really got ranked on for being Haitian like that. But I don't know, girls are catty, so you just gotta be quick with it regardless. So I was just snappy. Like, it is what it is. What about chores?
Chores?
Yeah. What did you do around the house?
No.
What did you have to do around the house? It was a non-negotiable.
I mean, for sure, starters, your room have to be clean. I clean my room. But growing up, I would say up until like high school.
Did you have to cook?
Cook? No.
Okay. We'll get into food.
Yeah. It's gonna be long. I didn't cook growing up, but like cleaning up until high school, my sister, for the most part, did all of the cleaning. Mm-hmm. And then I don't know if she got rebellious or what happened. Next thing I know, I'm mopping. And like, I'll never forget, because the first time my mom told me to mop. And I was like, Mop, why don't I need you to do that? And she let me have it. Mm-hmm. Oh, only women mop? She's like, just letting me have it. Talking about like, oh, if I had $1 million, that's how I was gonna give it to you. You wasn't gonna ask me to give it. Why you don't give it to Judy? Why when I ask you to
Facts.
mop? Nah, that's not cool.
Facts.
Judy was the mopper in the house. Why I got a mop now? She's still.
So what were you in the house? The dishwasher?
No,
you was the laundry man.
I am the laundry guy. Yeah. Like I hang clothes, I fold clothes. That's what I did.
Oh, the hanging clothes.
Yeah.
I never had to do that.
Always.
My mom didn't have a line.
To this day. My mom don't have no dryer.
She don't have no dryer.
To this day. And then like, my people not like, we struggling. We not missing no meals. And
she just don't want no
dryer.
She don't want no
dryer house. To this day.
I don't know what it is. But I'm not about to, not in this Miami weather. I don't know how y'all did it. Drying clothes in 5 minutes is about to rain anyway. Oh. So what you hanging up clothes for?
We hang the clothes up. And this might be more grown up Michelle than grown up Haitian, but we just have to hang up the clothes. And then you become a meteorologist. You look, I think I'm good for like an hour and a half.
And the clothes gonna dry in an hour?
And once you see the couple drops, you hear, go get the clothes. So you run, you gotta go get you a hamper, just like yanking them off the line. You breaking all the pins because you just yanking them off the line. It was, I got to the point where I could hang the clothes without no pins and not falling. Like,
my grandma has a line.
I was nice with it.
But my mom just used the washer and dryer. But she does hand wash underwear. That's like a thing for her. I don't know.
But yeah. I mean, what were your chores growing up?
I did my own laundry, for sure. I cleaned the kitchen. I cleaned my bathroom and my room. I didn't have to mop, though.
I had all that.
But the house was mainly wood, so...
But just like... So my mom had this thing, like, Saturdays, we clean it. And then, like, that's how usually our Saturdays start. Either we clean it first, or we go to church first.
I'm a clean person, though.
Yeah, but you talking about a house with 5 people in it. And there's always extra people in my house. Like, your house is, like, real quiet. Like, all y'all kind of stay to yourself. No, our house was busy. Like,
yeah,
there was always something.
And it was
going
always
on.
somebody there.
Yeah,
like a guest.
Like my house was always it wasn't dirty, but my mom always wanted to clean.
It was used.
Yeah, it was very it was used.
Y'all used the house.
It
Yeah,
lived in.
That's what it's for.
So like that was always our thing. Saturdays, and just some Saturdays like she wouldn't tell you, but it's today we deep cleaning. So I'm thinking, okay, I cleaned my room. She's like, no, did you move the bed? I'm like, move the bed? I was like,
you gotta get under there.
for what? And then, or I'll just come home and then so this like was the sign I knew it was cleaning day or whatever. Like I come back from basketball practice and I'm finna go take a shower and there's a bunch of Ajax in the tub. I'm like, ain't nobody gonna clean this. I figured it out. You were about to clean this. I was like, so I go home. Yeah, I already knew what it was. I seen Ajax in the toilet, and Ajax in the and don't like the Ajax in the toilet. You just like whatever. I'm just use the bathroom and keep it going. Mm-hmm. Nah, you cleaning that.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I could go on this for days.
Yeah. I cleaned up my messes. Like it wasn't like, but I don't like dirty things, so I never was forced to do it because I knew to do it. I actually had to tell my mom to let me do my laundry. Like, let me do my own laundry.
No.
And let me, like, yeah.
My mom especially once we got older, my mom wasn't doing our laundry.
Yeah.
We was washing them. Or, fine, because that's the easy part. You just throw it in the wash. But when it was time to hang it, my mom was not hanging a thing. So, that was typically my job. Like, I was the guy. I was out there hanging clothes and whatnot.
That's funny.
That was not funny.
I would fold sometimes, but I hated it. So as long as I'm in, the laundry room is literally next to the living room. So I would just grab the clothes, dump it on the couch, put on Nickelodeon, and just start, folding. And I would just leave it on the couch. Like, if it's your clothes, I'm leaving it there. I'm not bringing it to your room and putting it in your drawers. Like, for what?
Yeah. And some of the stuff, like, I don't even know how much of it is growing up Haitian versus just growing up with Michelle. Yeah, because my family's just different.
Yeah.
And that would be a good episode to probably do with my brother and sister.
And it's different because if you go to my brother's room, it did not look like my room. So it was never like enforced. Like, of course, they would be like, and he had a lot of shoes back then. Way more than he does now.
He still got a lot of shoes.
Yeah. But they were never organized. They were everywhere. And, he smelled like a teenage boy. And his bathroom was dirty and all that stuff. So mine, my tub is clean. Because even in high school, I would try to take, like, bubble baths and stuff. So I'd make sure my tub is clean, my toilet is clean. Especially in the summertime when my sister would come and spend the whole summer. She does not clean the way that I clean. Mm-hmm. So she was, very into hair and makeup. And it would be all over the sink. And I would just, like, ugh. And I would just always wipe it. Like, I'm just very OCD like that.
It's just so funny because, like you said, like, we just grew up so different.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just listening to, like, bubble bath. First of all, I can't.
But
imagine.
I have my own bathroom, so that's
this is
different.
what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Like, we got 5 people, 1 bathroom.
Yeah.
Ain't no bubble bath, and you don't want to be the 5th person taking a shower. You talking about I'm gonna do a bubble bath? When you the 5th person use the tub, it's a ring. I ain't gonna lie to you. You gotta watch that shot today. Nah, the 5th person, ain't no bubble bath.
Yeah.
I can't imagine. You can't even like take a shower by yourself. Like that's the thing with my brother. Like, it might be just growing up with Michelle, but like we sharing everything. So I'm used to taking a shower and somebody just standing in the bathroom, using the bathroom, taking a shower.
Yeah.
Like,
well, I would always walk into my parents taking a shower and stuff.
But like my brother, like coming there and just sit there. Like he not going away. He doing what he doing.
Yeah, sometimes.
Nah, y'all wildin'. Like,
why? That's your family. So like, it was a glass door, but it was one of those like weird,
fogged up.
Not fogged. That didn't come out yet. It was like those crinkle glass doors, so you don't see anything. But even if you do, it's your parent.
Nah,
like whatever.
I'm not going in there.
But they had all the good, lotion and stuff. So I would just go get whatever oil, get whatever lotion, and then, or I would just like sit on the toilet and talk.
You see the Gazak lotion?
No.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
If you Haitian, you know what I'm talking about. You got the Gazak. You walk in a Haitian person's house or just
you talking about the green? Oh wait, you said lotion?
Yeah, the lotion.
I thought you were talking about
strong,
the
like
body
it got
wash.
like a cologne, like perfume type smell in the lotion. Oh my
No, I'm
goodness.
good. There was a green. It wasn't body wash. It's kind of not a douche, but you wash down there with it.
Why would I know about this?
Cause y'all share the bathroom.
Yeah.
You used your sister's shampoo, so
I mean, I didn't use that shampoo because whatever.
that's
bottle
not
that
a
was,
shampoo.
Whatever bottle that was, I know I couldn't find that one. They can't.
Whatever.
They did that one.
But yeah, it was green and minty, and it's supposed to like
Yeah,
clean you and stuff. So
I figured.
yeah. What else was I gonna mention?
We're all over the place.
Yeah. Okay, so what about food? Oh, I had to clean the pool too and collect rent. And then here's another thing. So they talked about my parents talked about I had to like, take the leaves off and all that stuff. My parents talked about how they had rental property. But they didn't, even though they spoke some English, it's not like they knew how to write it. They didn't know how to use computers. So growing up Haitian or growing up as an immigrant's kid, I'm sure you used the computer for them a lot.
Yeah.
So I would be there. I was over there 2 weeks ago for hours trying to fix their computer.
And
so
you still ain't fix it.
I still ain't fix it. So
Amateurs.
whatever. They just needed a computer.
The computer's back now.
Yes.
The whole computer
Yes. It's old. Windows 8. So I would be there, 10 years old, writing eviction letters for my parents because they couldn't. And then I just saved it, and then I would tell them, like, okay, next time, just change this person's name. And, like, little things I would just highlight for them. So they had it on their desktop. So did you have to, like, pay bills and stuff for your parents? Or?
Nah, I didn't have to pay bills and stuff. Because my dad was, like, pretty on top of stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, yeah, pretty much everything else. Like, I know all my parents' information. Mostly my mom, because I used to fill out all her forms for her and do all that stuff. So, yeah, like, when it came down to it, all my parents really did was just, like, sign stuff. Because I wasn't forging signatures. I'm not saying my brother and sister didn't. But I wasn't out here forging signatures. What?
You never forged a signature?
I didn't say never. Did I say never? I said never?
I think so.
All right, fine. I don't think I ever forged my parents' signature.
Gee?
Yeah. I didn't have to.
So if you didn't, if they forgot to sign, like, a field trip thing.
They didn't.
You just didn't go to the
Because
field
I'm not
trip.
going to let them forget. But, like.
You just didn't go on the field trip?
No. First of all, that's not happening. I'm getting my field trip form signed. Because I'm going to stand there with you, wait till you sign it, and put it in my book bag.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when I go on the field trip, will I have any, like, you know how kids get spending money?
Petty cash?
Nah, ain't no petty cash. My old girl sending me with some rice and beans and chicken to the field trip. And I'm like, well, heat it up. She's like, it's good. It's going to be all right. By the time you get there, it'll be warm. I was like, ugh. But I did it. My dad used to send us to the youth fair every year with $20. $20 to the youth fair.
A pop ticket.
Like, bro, that is the pop ticket.
Yeah.
I ain't going to eat or drink. I'm just swallowing spit.
You got to go to the fair and get a lemonade.
Bro, yeah, I couldn't afford it. And then I had to just choose, like, am I riding rides today or am I going to eat?
Yeah.
Like, both ain't going to happen.
Well, one time, you had enough money to, like, play a game for me.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I have figured out my plan by the time I got that
you
age.
did your budget before you...
Nah,
Yeah.
I ain't riding no rides. I was like, I'm going to get lemonade, the refillable one, you already. And then
what? You're not going to get a refill? You going to fill it up with water?
Yeah, and I'm going to play games. That's it.
Okay.
I had to play games the rest of the night.
I feel you.
I don't even think I ate that night. I had to make sacrifices.
I don't think I really eat like that at the fair anyway.
Like
heavy food.
You got to get like a...
I always get the elephant ear.
The elephant ear.
But not like a turkey leg.
Nah.
Yeah.
I ain't started getting the elephant ear till I had a job.
All right. Food. So what was the food like at home?
Good.
You used to pack your own lunch?
No. That's one thing. I was like, stuff like that. My mom did all that. Like,
yeah.
I didn't have to like worry myself with that.
I kind of spoiled you this week.
Yeah, I can't lie. I don't know. You been living right a little bit. That's why I ain't been too mad about the toothpaste and stuff.
Yeah.
You made me a whole breakfast on Friday.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
gotta feed me lunch.
Yeah, I'm hungry
anyway.
too. Yeah, food.
But my house, and that's the thing. Especially like me, everybody knew like jobs. I used to come to school
on a
like
schedule.
cook food. Now I come to school like cook
We
food.
leave your parents' house on Sunday. We could be there for 30 minutes.
Yeah, ain't no ventilation.
We could be there for 10 minutes. Dropping something off. You leave.
Yeah, you smell.
You
like
come out
food.
smelling like Eppies. Like, why?
Ain't no ventilation. My people don't turn on the AC.
That's true.
Growing Up Haitian, baby. No AC in the crib.
But they could open the window.
Bro. And I used to think like that was just a thing. Like I thought everybody don't turn on the AC till 10 o'clock at night.
No, my grandma don't turn on her AC.
And it got to the point like when we were in high school and stuff, I used to have to wait till my dad fall asleep. And then I cut it on.
Yeah, and then he'll cut it off.
And he'll wake up, and I'll wake up and I cut it. We going back and forth all night. One morning he just came to me like, hey, I pay the bills here, okay? Hey, man. First of all, you got to respect it. Now I pay bills. I know what he's talking about, but nah. Like, he going to have me dying in here.
Did your mom cook every day?
Every single. I didn't.
Every single.
So, you
my
always
mom
hear people
cooked
talk about
every day.
But see, your mama, like, if y'all say y'all want a certain, like, fast food, she might go get it.
Yeah, she did.
My house, we only ate, like, 3 fast food places.
Same.
We had Popeyes.
Mm-hmm.
We had Burger King.
Mm-hmm.
And, I think that was it. And Haitian food, that was it. We ain't go nowhere else with it.
We had Popeyes, Burger King, and Esther's. Sometimes.
That's wild. Y'all threw S's on there.
I don't know why, but it was good at the time. I haven't been there in years. But sometimes my mom would try to, like, pull the Boston Market chicken on us, and we were like, nah, sis. Like, we don't like that. But it was kind of like, oh, I was in the area. Because it was on Biscayne and, like, 120.
I promise you, I didn't eat Wendy's until I was a senior in high school. And that's because my friend worked there. I didn't. The first time I ever ate Wendy's was because my friend worked there. Yeah. I never ate it.
Well, Wendy's was kind of like a high school thing. You're right. Because I used to always get the junior bacon cheeseburger and chicken nuggets. But that was only like on Wednesday nights when I was at school all day.
Bro,
for live.
I don't know. All I'm saying is...
Or Mayfu.
Like, my people wasn't doing all that.
But, yeah, I didn't eat Wendy's at home. Burger King was literally, like, right there by the house. So it was like, okay, let's go.
I don't know why y'all was going to Popeyes. There's no Popeyes close to y'all.
No. Esther's wasn't that close either, but it was good.
I still don't understand how y'all threw S's on this list.
We used to do Captain Crabs, too, sometimes. So it's four places. But that wasn't really, like, the norm. The norm was my mom would cook. We
rarely, like, went to a
spaghetti. With hot dogs. That's like your mom goes.
That's a special, if you know. Spaghetti hot dog Mondays, baby.
Or my mom would make like, sometimes she would try to do like American food, like mashed potatoes.
Cooking. Yeah. You might be cooking.
Yeah, that's good. Mashed potatoes and baked chicken and baked macaroni and cheese and rice, grilled tassel.
We wasn't like no microwave food in my house. It wasn't no Pop-Tarts.
Oh, yeah.
No
Pop-Tarts?
Nah.
Eggos?
Nah.
On the weekends?
Hot Pocket?
No, we didn't do Hot Pockets.
Y'all ate the other stuff?
Yeah, we had Eggo waffles.
I eat out of a can. I wasn't doing none of that.
We only ate tuna out of a can.
I ain't eat that. Not at home.
Really? Your mom didn't make tuna sandwiches sometimes? Or she used to make like deli type of sandwiches too.
Yeah. My mom be hooking up sandwiches, but nah, it was meals.
But for school, I want to say my mom kind of stopped packing lunch around middle school. Yeah. Like probably like 7th grade. And then I just started asking for cafeteria lunch. And then it was disgusting. But I still ate it. Or I would just eat like a French fry and a honey bun or something, like some weird thing. But when I got home, it was always food. Yeah. And that's like I feel like that era is gone. Because I'm not cooking every day.
Yeah, I mean,
and I'm a Haitian wife.
I think that's just an old time thing. Like, that was just...
It's not happening, bro. Like, I'm not going to see it. And they cook, like, elaborate food. Yeah. Like, stuff that got to be, marinated for a while. And
but, like, as much things got to sit there. We didn't really eat a lot of leftovers like that. Like, I granted it was because
she cook it every day.
Yeah, and it's 5 of us.
And not only that, but, like, it wasn't that many of us in the house. But she's cooking a lot and giving some to my grandma, giving some to her aunt, giving some, like, whoever needs food. So you don't just cook for your house. You cook for everybody. I mean,
just cooking for us alone, I guess, was still a lot. So I don't remember I didn't really eat a lot of leftovers like that.
I didn't
like
either.
And Sundays.
And now you the leftover king because
Sunday,
I'm not cooking every day.
I'm not even gonna get into that. We're having a good episode, but I don't know. I feel like we've been all over the place.
Well, there's more, ain't it?
There's way more.
Yeah.
Like, what was discipline like for you growing up Haitian?
Don't do nothing bad. I didn't do anything bad.
How? You a kid. You gonna do bad stuff.
I came home with an F one time.
An F?
Yep. It was in, I want to say, first grade.
How you get an F in first grade?
First of all, English was not my first language. So that could have been it. I don't know. I don't remember what subject it was.
You know how bad you gotta be to get F in first grade?
But after that,
Jesus Christ.
My mom showed me who she was. And that was the last and last time I ever got a spanking. And
a spanking? Because,
I'm trying to be PG.
My mom never spanked me.
And,
She whooped me. She whooped me. She never spanked me.
I used to just get, yelled at by my dad sometimes. But other than that, it wasn't.
Because you never got whooped like that. So
yeah.
When I try to explain to you how I used to get whoopings, I still don't think you
That's
understand.
terrifying to me.
I still don't think you understand. And
I'd have been ran away.
I tried. I ran away once. But I ain't make it far, but I ran away
to your
once.
next door neighbor.
I made 2 houses down.
Yeah.
My whole girl snatched me up and then whooped me.
That's not even funny, bro. I need you gotta
therapy.
stop.
I told you I need therapy. I'm not even funny. Anyway.
So yeah, I just was a good kid because I saw him my brother was a problem, and I was like, oh, that's what happens when you're a problem.
I saw my sister get whoopings. I still got whoopings.
Yeah, because you hard headed.
I just feel like I'm a kid, and I'm not gonna say my parents abused me. Set your limitations not up, but all I'm saying is they used to whoop me hard.
Yeah. Did it work? Do you feel like it worked?
I mean, we did a whole nother episode.
You turned out okay.
I mean, I got, a little twitch here and there, but I'm good.
Because I have cousins
I still don't whistle in front of my people.
I have cousins who would get whooped. But I don't see the difference.
You don't see the difference?
No, because we all turned out the same. We all work. We all pay our bills. We all, so it was did you really have to do that? In the end, I don't know.
I mean, who am I to judge at this point?
I mean, I'm not judging, but I'm just saying. I can't relate. That's all I'm saying.
You can't either. That's all I know.
Oh, yeah. Okay. What about, what?
No.
You keep looking at the time.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. What about, free time, right? So, because you used to, sneak be on the phone with me.
Yeah. You used to want to talk phone at, midnight.
I did not want to talk at midnight. I used to be let's see how long we could stay up.
And I ain't had no cell phone, so I'm on the house phone.
Yeah, you got the cord from the kitchen to your bed.
First of all, we have cordless phone. What the hell you think this is? We have cordless phone somehow.
That's just what I used to imagine.
No, we had cordless
sneaking the cord.
But yeah, I mean, my people wasn't having that. So
yeah.
So yeah, I mean, even just having a girlfriend, that was revolutionary. Telling my mom, Mom, I got a girlfriend. I'm in high school.
You told her quick.
Yeah, why lie? Because that was the one
I didn't
thing.
Tell my
as
parents.
A kid, I used to get in trouble for a lot of stuff. I wasn't out here just lying like that.
Yeah.
I used to just take my whoopings how they came, or I used to just deal with the situation how they came. So yeah, I told my mom I had a girlfriend. You were the one out here keeping secrets.
Yeah.
And you even get whoopings. I don't understand.
Because I'm not a guy.
I don't understand.
See, growing up Haitian for a guy and growing up Haitian for a girl, totally different thing. Because my brother.
Your mom got married at 18 years old.
And?
She had a full-fledged husband in 12th grade.
You heard her. It's a different era. It's a different time.
Yeah, a full-fledged husband in 12th grade. You even kissed me too. It was juniors.
Cause I was nah, I'm not about to. No, yeah, and even curfews, right? I didn't really have a curfew per se, but it was known you're not gonna be out here in these streets. Whereas for you, even let's say prom night, my mom was oh, what time is prom? Get out, get out.
Midnight.
I was midnight. And she's like, okay, be home by 12:30.
I was like, what?
So in the back of my mind, I was like, she's going to be asleep. But like even at prom, I just let her know, like, hey, you know, I'm leaving prom and this is where I'm going now. Or whatever. That was senior year, so I was already driving. She couldn't really tell me nothing like that.
Your senior year.
My senior year. But your senior year.
Yeah.
I was driving that year, but I wasn't driving that night.
You would have thought the limo was going to turn into a pumpkin.
So I was like the first, and we went as a group. So I was the first one to get dropped off in the limo. So I don't know what y'all did. Exactly. I could never. Any Haitian girl could never. What time did you get home from prom?
I don't remember. I don't pay attention like that.
Probably 1 a.m. the latest.
Nah, you know what? I remember. She got home later than that. Because I don't know why I remember this. They watched The Matrix right after prom.
And then what time did the movie come out?
I don't know.
Probably got out at
I know she got home kind of late.
You came up. You got home when the sun came up.
Yeah, and the thing was too, my mom worked at night. So she was gone. She had no idea when I got home, when I didn't. But like my dad, I walk in the house, he getting ready for work, and he just looking at me like I'm grown, like, you just walking in the house? And I'm like, what's up? Just like flopped in the bed.
Y'all took advantage of that limo. Boy.
We didn't have a limo after that.
Oh no?
No, we were driving around.
So how you got around?
He just had the whip.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, man. It's a lot. This is a very...
I could never.
No
Haitian girl could ever do that. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Hey, man.
Even down to like the dress you wear, to your makeup. I didn't wear makeup till last year of college.
Yeah?
Yeah. For what? I think it was like even my graduation pictures. Now you see teenagers in a full beat for graduation pictures.
I mean, no.
For 8th grade dance.
That stuff is different
Whatever.
now. They go all out now. It's not even comparable.
Back then, a nice little lip gloss. You put a little pool. You put a little powder on your face. And that's it.
It's not even comparable.
You're done. Like
that stuff is two different worlds. That's not even like growing up Haitian. That's just growing up in the 2000s. Like, kids out the 2000s just different.
Yeah.
Like, they going to prom in helicopters and stuff. I thought we were doing it in the limo.
Right. Yeah, nah. Mm-mm. So, yeah. That was like a little taste of growing up Haitian, right?
Yeah, a little taste. It was a lot. But yeah, hopefully we didn't bore y'all to death. I mean, this is good for us. I feel like it was very reminiscent. Yeah. And there's so much other stuff we could talk about. But, I don't know. I definitely now kind of want to do an episode with my brother and sister so I can see a little more into growing up Michelle.
Y'all trying to meet the whole family.
Yeah, we did yours. So
yeah.
Do something different.
All right.
Maybe next episode we'll see what we get on.
We'll see.
So, yeah.
Yeah. So, y'all let us know if you grew up Haitian or what it was like growing up, whatever you are, or whatever culture you fit into. And
tell us what we left out, because I know I ain't get into all the different types of discipline and all that, because it's more good stuff.
Yeah, we're not gonna.
But I'll say that for the girl on Michelle,
because I can't even say anything
I got plenty
in that realm.
I got war wounds, baby.
All right,
so
let's move on.
Okay, so for this week's listener questions, I have 2, maybe 3 questions. 2 were answered for sure. The third one,
we'll save them.
Yeah, we'll see. So the first one is, how do you set up your couple devotional and prayer time? I mean, you want me to answer or you answer?
I don't know. I feel like most of the time it's just like on a whim. It's not like on a schedule.
No. Let's don't tell people like, oh, it's just on a whim. The devotional, maybe. But we pray together every day.
Yeah. Prayer is every day. Not like every day. Every day.
Yeah.
It has to be every day.
So, and this is one of those like topics or areas of our life that I'm always like trying to get better or figure out, because it's just difficult. And it's one of those things that, I just feel like, I don't know. I would like to hear other people talk about it too. See how they do it.
Yeah.
But as far as our prayer time, we pray together every morning. Typically before I go to work. And that's something that has been kind of consistent I can't even say for how long.
I don't remember the last time we didn't do that.
But I'm trying to think like how long we've been doing it.
A long time.
Yeah. And I mean, we've gone through not stages, but we went through a period of time where we used to wake up even earlier and like do prayer requests and pray at like super early in the morning.
Cut that off.
I mean, yeah. I knew it wasn't going well when like Jackie was like falling asleep.
Yeah. Or we used to do it at night and then I would still fall asleep.
So yeah, in the morning is the best so far for us.
Well, I think that's what we use the devotion time for too. So we'll stick to like a study. Usually it's just whatever we like in our individual time have found, or we're like, oh, I heard this was good, or like the study before the one we're doing now, we had watched a movie about it.
Yeah.
And then people were always telling me like, yeah, it's really good, like you guys should do it. And then I was like, all right. So I got it for us for Christmas as like a us gift or whatever. And then this one, I don't even know how you heard of it. You were just like, oh, I was at the store today.
Yeah, I went to the bookstore.
Oh, yeah, you went to Barnes & Noble.
Yeah.
And got me Michelle Obama's book?
No, the other lady.
Elaine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so setting up the
so you just decided to walk in that area and see what was there?
Yes, because I was there and I was like, let me look into it, because it's kind of something I think about often, but my execution not always the best with it. So I was like, let me see if I can find something. And I looked at a couple of them and I was like, okay, I kind of like this one. I think it's more suited to our lifestyle. It's more of a weekly devotional. And yeah, it's been going okay.
Yeah.
It's a really good devotional though. And it's just finding the time to do it.
Yeah, because we can't find like a consistent day and time to do it. I remember one time it was like we did it on a Saturday morning while we were eating breakfast, and that was really great. Good. Yeah. And
I kind of feel like that's...
But every Saturday doesn't look like that.
Yeah.
So
it's kind of hard. Yeah, it's trying to sync the schedules, but I guess just not giving up on it, I think is the key. Until we do get a good rhythm, it's just not giving up on it. And yeah, it's kind of motivating me to do it tomorrow morning during breakfast. So yeah, good question.
Yeah, that's a good question. But yeah, prayer is necessary.
Yeah, that one we don't skip.
Like every day. And sometimes it could be more than just the morning.
Once, yeah. So the second question, how long should someone wait before popping the question after all requirements are found?
Oh.
I guess it's more of a me question.
Yep. Because I ain't popping no question.
Yeah. I'll till you get up, queen. Know your worth.
My knees are moisturized.
Yeah, don't do that to yourself. Yeah, I think that's a really good question too, because I don't think well, let me speak for myself. Yes, for me, I don't think that marriage is just love and we'll live off love. I think you got to kind of have your things in order. So
you had your things in order?
I was getting there.
That's not what I asked you. So what does having your things in order look like? I think it depends on you. Yeah, it depends on you. And I think a lot of that too is like the conversation to have with your mate, because even before I asked you to marry me, we were saving money. Like, yeah. So there was like a plan. Yeah, it wasn't just like willy nilly, like, oh, let's just do this. I think yeah. Sorry to cut you off, but I was gonna say I think you guys need to be on the same page. Yeah, like, it can't be like, oh, like we both love each other, so I'm gonna pop the question. Like, I think talks about marriage have to happen. Mm-hmm. Like, you have to see, what do you envision in your life, and do you see, like, do you envision me in your life? Yeah. It wasn't like I didn't know that he would propose one day. I just didn't know the day because we had talked about marriage and we had talked about our futures and stuff. Yeah, I don't think it's one of those like you have to have all your ducks in a row, but you do have to have some of your ducks in a row. Like, I think being on the same page is big. Actually, like, thinking about, the life of that person and how do you envision it, I guess, as far as just like where you want to live. And I mean, these are things I guess you also can do in engagement.
But I just feel like no. I feel like
engagement. I feel like you just go more in depth.
Yeah.
But I think some things you need to know before you ask.
Yeah. But I definitely feel like, I mean, because he did also mention all his requirements were met. So I feel like having your requirement, if you met your requirements and I guess you feel comfortable in the decision, like you feel like you're in a place in your life where, yeah, you know, I can, and it's not just like financially afford it, but like mentally I'm in a place where, yeah, I can handle this. She's in a place where she can handle it. Because, you know, there's some people who have like their own, I don't want to get married until I'm finished with school, or like as long as y'all are like in that space where you're both available emotionally or mentally to do it, I say do it.
Yeah.
I'm also not big on like waiting like that.
Yeah, I don't think there's a time constraint per se. Because there are things you just need to know, and some things kind of just take time. And it takes time for people to open up about stuff and, you know, stuff from the past or stuff in their family that could affect you and will affect you. I'm going to just say will, because it always does. And, yeah. So some of that stuff does take time, but I've heard of, you know, people getting married in 6 months. And I'm just like,
yeah,
couldn't be me, sis, but, you know, they're happily married and, you know, all that stuff. So you never know. I think you need to pray about it, and you need to both be on the same page.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying, like, you check the temperature, you see where you at.
Yeah.
Especially if you say you already got your requirements met and all that. I mean, yeah, if you once those things are met and you're at that point where you know that's the next step for you, is just making sure it's the right time to do it. And as far as the right time, like I said, both of you being emotionally available, financially available, like you're in that space where, I mean, the only thing that can stop you is you. It's not, you know, it shouldn't be like a fear of like you're afraid to get married. All that should be out the window at that point.
That's good.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that's all that matters at that point.
Yeah.
Is on where the two of you are in your lives, and if you're good
and where you want to go. Yeah.
So yeah, there was a third question, but
we're gonna.
Yeah, I'm gonna save that because I need this person to elaborate on the question a little bit.
Yeah. So if you guys have any other questions, email us at michelmatters@gmail.com. You can DM us. You can text us if you know our numbers.
Yeah.
Whatever. Some questions I pull out because of like conversations I've had with people, and they'll just ask me questions. I'm like, oh, I never thought about that. Let me.
Or leave them in the comments on the SoundCloud too. Yeah.
And
we'll bring them up.
Yep.
All right. On to the business spotlight.
Let's go.
So for today's business spotlight, I wanted to highlight one of the places that we went on our last, I guess, date. Would you call it a date?
I would call it a
date.
People
be picky about that. What's a date and what's not?
It was kind of like a spur of the moment date.
Yeah.
I kind of surprised you.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So, it's called Manjay Restaurant.
Yes.
It is a Haitian restaurant in this little spot in Little Haiti. It's called the Citadel. It's kind of new. I think it's came around early this year.
Yeah.
Gentrification at its finest.
If you drive around Little Haiti, I mean, you're starting to see the changes, so you'll know what we're talking about.
I don't think I said anything out of line.
Yeah.
It's gentrification. But I mean, yeah, it's also one of the good parts of gentrification. Like, it's a nice spot.
Yeah.
It's real cool. They have like a bunch of different restaurants, and we decided to go to Manjay, and it was pretty good. Not pretty. It was really good. I think my meal was a grill meal, and we also got conch fritters.
Oh my gosh!
Which were fire.
So good.
I definitely go back for the conch fritters.
So good. I got the avocado toast with
chicken,
but it was like almost tasso-like.
Yeah.
It was like fried.
Yeah.
I don't know. Haitian fried chicken.
Yeah.
Because fried chicken don't look like fried chicken.
It's not battered and all
Yeah,
that stuff.
we don't do that.
And you could have
but
gotten
it
it
was
with
so
pork,
good.
but
I
you
could have.
decided
Yeah,
not to.
I was like, nah. Like I'd rather just have it without meat or
And
with
it was
chicken.
on bread or was it on the plantain?
It was on bread.
It was on bread.
And then did we have plantains on the side?
I had plantains that came
Yeah.
with my meal. You took some.
Yeah,
of them.
because you don't really eat plantains like that.
Yeah, but those are really good.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole thing was really good. You had fries. They were like
I didn't even
plantain
know I was
fries.
gonna get fries.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It was good. It was good people.
it was so good.
It was a nice ambiance. You know, we went around. We got drinks from another spot.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think there's a lot of different options. I would definitely recommend it if you're in the area. Just stop by, check it out.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm definitely gonna go back. I've seen like 2 or 3 other restaurants. I'm like, I'm gonna try that.
Yeah, I think that's the good thing about like Miami still kind of being developed in a sense. We've been Miami for so long.
Yeah, Little Haiti been Little Haiti.
Destination
just,
hub.
developing,
Yeah.
the gentrified part of it.
Right.
So.
But then there's always like new things to do. Like now, Wynwood is like, it's a lot of things to do out there.
Just had to push all the black people out.
And Wynwood is a lot of Hispanics. Like before it was called Wynwood.
I ain't say it was nothing else. I just said they pushed the black people
or
out.
Latinos, I should
But
say.
that's not about the business spotlight. We're here to highlight Manjay.
Yes, and Citadel in general was
Yeah.
a really cool spot to visit. Like, I'll be going there. I was about to give stuff away, but yeah, I'll be going there.
So yeah, definitely check it out. And I'll put all their information. You can follow them on Instagram. And yeah, check them out.
Yeah.
So I think that's it.
That's it.
I'm done. I'm tired. This was a long
I'm
episode.
hungry. So
yeah.
And he has a football game to watch. So we'll talk to you guys next time.
All right.
Bye.
Peace.
When I pull up on you, then I might swear, ayy. Dribble off deuce, ayy. That you might work, ayy. When I pull up on you, then I might swear, ayy. Dribble off deuce, ayy. That you might work, ayy. That you might work. That you might work.